Hey guys, it's the Fosters After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Tonight is the after show for Season 4, Episode 3 called Trust. And here to help us break it down is Cierra Ramirez, a.k.a. Marianne Adams Foster, a.k.a. Miss Thang. So stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, hello, it's the Fosters After Show on AfterBuzz TV. The gang is all here, especially Cierra. Hello.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Good, welcome back to AfterBuzz.
Thank you. It's been a long time since season 1.
Oh God, we're in season 4 now?
Crazy. Cierra was like one of our first guests.
I know.
And I missed it.
But with like season 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, feels like 9 years ago.
Right? But where did the time go at the same time? Like, it flew by.
I know. Oh my God.
I watched that episode.
You did?
And then I was like, oh, I have to
Really?
join it. And then that's when I joined the year after that.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
should go
God.
back and watch y'all's first season, actually.
Oh, it's so cute.
Okay.
Sorry.
We have a lot to talk about. Let's do some quick intros, though. I'm Jeffrey Masters. I tweet from Jeff Masters 1.
I'm Hannah Prichard. I tweet from @TheHotShotDude.
I'm Jillian Leff. I tweet from @JillianLeff, and you can also send me questions during tonight's episode using my handle @JillianLeff and also the hashtag ABTVFosters.
And I'm Stephanie Giorgi. You can tweet me @StephanieGiorgi.
Okay, Cierra. How do you have the nickname Miss Thang?
It's actually really funny. It comes from the pilot episode of The Fosters.
What?
Yes, Teri Polo calls me Miss Thang in one of the scenes. And I don't know, I just kind of embodied the name and it kind of just like stuck with me. I kind of am Miss Thang now.
Now that's what I need to go back and watch.
We can't argue with that.
Right?
Also, everyone, fun fact. Cierra is Mexican-Colombian, and of course, the Colombian side is just really happy about it. You guys know I'm excited, and you're about to get all those tweets saying that they're excited too.
Okay, we'll see.
We said, I know you heard that.
Thank you for bringing up what matters, Steph.
It really does.
It does.
Oh my God. Okay, so Marianne in this episode is back at school with everybody else. I didn't realize that the entire student body knew that it was, for lack of a better word, Mariana's fault, as they think it is, that Nick kind of went off the handles. Were you guys surprised by that?
I wasn't. It's
You
high
weren't.
school.
I mean, it's like a smaller school, I think. I mean, just like think back when we were in high school. I know that was like eons ago, but you know, news travels fast.
Definitely.
Especially when it's like that big.
Yeah, and also because of who Mariana's character is, like, you know, she's the cute one, the popular one. Like, girls are gonna hate,
Yeah.
especially with a situation like that. So,
I
And
hated
also-
seeing Marianne bullied.
yeah, so did I.
I think, like, especially going into it, too, like, I mean, they kind of had the bickering when they were waiting in line at the security, and she definitely thought that it was, you know,
Callie.
for Callie. She was like, oh my God, you're back, but really, like, it was like, she needs her back.
I know. But there's so much like PTSD that comes from like a situation like that. Did they discuss that shooting this episode? Like things have changed?
Oh, most definitely, and you will continue to see that throughout the season. I mean, it's something that will definitely, you know, it's gonna take a toll on Mariana, and she's gonna have to live with it, and it's gonna be hard to move on from, because I mean, he was in her room with a gun, and you know, all of that went down at school. She's getting bullied, you know, it's all kind of adding up.
Yeah. One of the things that Louis told us was that they shot a bunch of different endings with you and Teri and him in the room. Did you have a favorite that maybe wasn't seen?
I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I mean, I think it was, you know, I mean, she was there, she was comforting, and she kind of talked him down, and it was just living in it. Like, I remember lots of people have asked me, they're like, so how did you like get into it? Like, did you and Louis talk at all? I'm like, you know, honestly, I was just as blindsided as Mariana was. Like, he was so method. I never saw him, like, if I did on set, like, he was just like really like into it, just like, you know, listening to some dark music or something. So like, I was really blindsided as well, and yeah, it was just very intense, and I think we both had like huge headaches by the end of it. But it was
Perfect to get the reaction that you had on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that we've loved watching Mariana grow over 4 seasons, it's been like a pretty big arc so far. And we love that Mariana can do whatever she wants. Like, and like, not like in like a ballsy way. I'm sorry. Just like, do whatever she wants, meaning like she could like set her mind to do something and she will do it.
Definitely.
She's a boss.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's something that I really admire about her.
Yeah, we love watching that
She
too.
kind of like dabbles in everything. It's like, And she's gonna continue to do that this season as well.
Yeah, computer coding.
Like,
Who knew?
what?
Yeah.
It's kind of like fearless. She's like such a badass. I think, and we always talk about it on the show, but I feel like Mariana has grown to be such a role model in certain sense. You know, the character has been through so much. So many things that girls can relate to, especially the loss of your virginity and, you know, the drinking, like all these things that teens go through, and then to see that, you know, you've grown up in front of us too, and we're just getting to see this fantastic adult woman, and it's just real. It's cool to watch. Like, I love characters that you can sort of model yourself after, and I know just from the response that I'm getting on Twitter that so many girls not only look up to who you are, but look up to who the character is.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I'm happy because she's such a good representation. And again, this is probably why I brought up the fun fact earlier, you know, of a young Latina, because it's different, and it's unfortunate because she's brought up in not necessarily Latino household, but it's just nice to see a character not be portrayed in, you know, in a negative way, and that your character's always handles things very like nicely, wise. You know, you have your breakdowns, but you're not so weak.
Right, definitely.
You know, you didn't turn into Nick where he, you know, grabbed the gun and everything else. It's just like, it is what it is, and let me handle it. You know?
Well, speaking to Mariana's confidence, Leslie Rogers said, "Can we talk about how she corrected the girl in the bathroom? It's Adam's Fost whore."
Yeah.
You know, like Mariana 2 years ago when we first saw her, I don't think she would have reacted that way.
No.
Now it's like, show you my muscles.
Yeah. You know, we loved seeing R&J last season with you guys, Juliet, and singing, and you've been a singer before, so I feel like they you know, took advantage of that in a great way. How involved are you in the molding of Mariana's character and like the writing of it?
It's pretty crazy. I feel like, I mean, we're on season 4. And, you know, like I said, I kind of am Miss Thing. It's weird. Like, the writers know us by now, and they kind of take our lingo, and I don't know, we just kind of have embodied these characters. Yeah, and I swear they've got, like, flies on the wall, like, wherever we go. Because, like, a lot of it, like, it's, like, similar to, you know, your life. Not, like, I mean, these people go through crazy dramatic scenarios. So it's definitely,
but what
like,
your reaction would be to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that you said that the writers are starting to know you, because I feel like you 100% see that with the dynamic of everyone's relationship. And specifically the dialogue, because now it's a little more natural, and even body language on the show is gotten closer and more comfortable.
Most
Where before it
definitely.
was everyone, you know, and I like your relationship with Callie, I love how close you guys have gotten.
Yeah, well, and she's my best friend, like Bob said as well. So, like,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which, yeah, it makes sense.
And I've loved the addition of Noah in terms of the Mariana Jesus relationship. There's that beautiful scene in this episode with you guys. He was comforting you. You were comforting him. You talked about Emma. You talked about like sex, and just their bond is amazing. And I think that's a new side of Jesus with like the new actor that we got to see.
Most definitely. And I mean, we were missing that dynamic for so long. Like, I mean, she's a twin. Like,
Yeah.
she needed that telepathy, and like,
Exactly.
yeah, Noah's just a great, and you're gonna continue to see that relationship just continue to grow. They're gonna get in a lot of trouble together this season.
Nice. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Love that.
A lot of trouble. Okay, give us one keyword as a hint.
Hold on, because I can't give too much away.
Because, you know, Mariana was a drug dealer in the first season, so a pill popper.
I don't know. Maybe that might make a comeback.
Lies. I don't even believe you.
I know.
Who knows?
I wish we could play Two Truths and a Lie, but I feel like she'd get in trouble. That's okay. We're going to have her biological dad on later in the season, so we'll get to answer all of the questions.
It took me a second to say, wait, which character is that? I was like, Danny Nucci? So, in the crafting of Mariana's character, too, I think that in like modern narratives, it can be kind of icky to like be the victim. And, you know, Mariana was like in the foster care system and, you know, a hard childhood. And it's like, oh, victim. And then beyond that, you're like, I'm a survivor. And then you kind of need to like elevate that and like transcend that to be like, but what kind of person? And so I'd see like that in the Mariana now, like getting rid of like labels and just being like, this is who I am.
Definitely. I mean, you saw her kind of. She had those like downfalls where she was kind of like, you know, having an identity crisis, and dyeing her hair blonde. Oh,
Esmeralda.
R.I.P. to Esmeralda. No, yeah. Yeah, no, that was a dark time for her. And I mean, even like piercing her nose, and you know, she is 16 at the end of the day, so she's gonna continue to make mistakes. But yeah, that's one thing I love about her is that like she loves the fact. I mean, she loves her nail polish, but she also loves coding. Like she loves being both smart and sexy. And I think, like you said, it's good to have girls like that on TV.
Yeah, and she's not afraid to stand up in a school assembly and like tell you what's up.
Well,
That was awesome.
that's what Hannah MPRZ said. She said, love, love, love how Mariana stood up for herself at the assembly. So needed for people who wouldn't do that, especially in high school. Because I don't think any normal student would do that. And really, you were tormented the whole episode. Like, those girls were nasty.
They were.
And I knew girls like that in high school. And for you to stand up for them, you know, it's different because, like, your mom is the vice principal and she was the one that was talking. And I don't know if we would have felt the same way. Like, it takes a strong woman to be able to do that and know that everyone has her back. So, it was good.
And to do it effectively, it wasn't name calling, you know?
No.
It was like, these are the facts.
Exactly.
I love that whole assembly, actually, with, like, Lena getting up and them starting to put in all the security and then her going back and being like, why are we putting in security when there are issues, like, inside? And doing all of that stuff in protection sometimes makes people fear things more. I thought that whole assembly was a beautiful... Well done.
Well done.
You can't live in fear.
No, exactly. And I thought that was a really, really wonderful way to show that.
And then jumping to the end of the episode, we get the phone call from Nick. How much... I mean, you can't tell spoilers, but did you know before this, like, that he was going to be, like, a recurring character? Like, did you want that closure for the character?
Oh, definitely. And I knew that, you know, that wasn't the last we were going to see of him. But, I mean, yeah, I think she does need that closure. He deserves to give her that closure, if anything. Like, I mean, he scared her, and, yeah, you're going to continue to see that. I mean...
He literally scared her almost to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm confused because, like, we love Jordan Rodriguez, who plays Matt, and you guys kissed. So are you together again? Or is that why this whole Nick stuff is like, I thought he was gone? Like, can you tell us anything about that? Because the kiss was surprising to me. We had all thought, like, oh, they're friends. And then I saw that and I was like, oh, okay.
But I was hoping
Maybe
for
not.
something else.
Because we like Matiana. We
Yes,
do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, she has a strong love for both of these boys, you know? I mean, she went through a lot with oh my God, I just said Jesus. Golly, let's not go there. I was going to say Jordan. With Matt, I mean, they tried to deny their feelings, but through Romeo and Juliet, it was just obvious that there was something there. And, you know, she's grown to, you know, really care for Nick, and she really does like being with him. But, I mean, this happened, and it was all, you know, because of a misunderstanding. I mean, she shouldn't have kissed Matt goodbye. I mean, who does that? Yeah. But
A lot of people, actually.
really?
Oh my God, absolutely.
I remember, like, in the episode, they're like, who does that? I was like, yeah, Mariana.
No, I think in relationships that really, like, drag out, there's always that one last
right.
thing that kind of just, everyone wants to do it. I mean, all my exes always try to do that. Just that last kiss. I'm like, no, we're done.
It
and then
ended
other ones, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on what's happening.
With Matt, it ended kind of weird too, you know? Because
Yeah.
it was like he was pushing away, and...
And it was a misunderstanding there, too.
In the
Like,
note,
Oh, yeah, and the
Yeah.
note. Well, that was a whole... That
yeah,
note
it's
was
a
just a
whole bit.
mess
it
in
led to
itself.
the complications.
Yeah.
I know. So earlier in the episode, though, Callie punches someone square in the face.
Oh, yeah.
That was
loved
wonderful.
That was, you already know I loved that. If I was
Maya
there, I'd
loved
been like,
that
get
too.
it, girl.
It came full circle because Daphne clocked her in the first episode, so... Right? She punched her in the
true.
face. Yeah.
But I was cracking up because I started watching it and Callie didn't even turn around. She was like, oh, word? Okay. And then boom, and
You're
just turned around. She didn't even look to see, didn't care. Was I'm gonna knock whoever's behind me out. I don't.
That's so true.
I love that she gets suspended and then she, like, meets Aaron and they have, like, a beautiful beach day. I was like,
I know, right?
That was the right thing to do.
I've like
when
never
you're
been
like,
on a date like that. I was like, wow, this is...
I know.
that's because you don't lie about
was
your
kind of
age and
crazy.
life, Jill.
Yeah.
Ian.
actually
Cameron.
Cameron, I was just gonna say Cameron from NYU studying photography. Amazing.
That was my favorite.
I love the addition of Elliot Fletcher, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a cool
Yeah.
idea.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
like
how
him.
many Foster's fans were fans of Faking It, but he was actually on Faking It, and that's how everyone got to know him a little bit. But this was
knew
like
he
a
looked
great
familiar,
role.
but I don't remember that part really.
Yeah, so
I'll have
he
to go back and watch.
he's a transgender. And the character he played in Faking It was a trans character as well. I'm interested to see if that storyline comes into Foster's at all, or if will be talked about.
I think
Interesting.
I think it's like important for Callie to sort of have that moment, because right now she kind of has like Brandon is off with Courtney, and we haven't seen AJ in this episode, but clearly AJ still has feelings for her, and she, I think like any, girl, like she liked the attention that she got in the last episode that we saw her and AJ interacting. And this was sort of like her rebellion back, which I kind of missed rebellious Callie, because she was getting a little bit boring. Like she was like, oh, okay, like
Shots
I'm gonna have
fired.
sex with my brother, and then let's like low key for 2 episodes.
They weren't
and then, like-
brothers yet. I mean, brother and
And
sister.
Aaron
yet.
has a motorcycle and a jacket.
Yeah,
Right,
that
and
was
the
exciting.
jacket.
First of all, we all saw
The
Callie's
whole-
face, right? When he walked to the motorcycle, she was like, "Oh,
Yep, it's happening.
I would-
we
Do you
all
have
do
another-
that. Let's be
Hell
honest.
That's what I'm saying. She just instantly got, attracted to him, and I think Callie herself is bored.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get a little vroom vroom in my life.
Right.
Yeah, I would just love to see Elliot playing a non-transgender character, because
agree.
like trans people don't only have to play trans people.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
And-
transgender in real life.
Oh yeah.
He was a
And-
female in this movie.
What? He was,
What do you mean?
Yeah, he was assigned female at birth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Damn, he's fine though, so that's what's up. Okay.
Okay.
I missed that.
I missed it
I was
too.
just saying that, like, if trans people
I get
only
it.
play trans roles, it
That's
would be
not
very
cool.
limiting to the
Yeah.
number
Yeah,
of roles
Of
out there.
course.
Right.
So I would love that to see that.
Lizette. Hey, Lizette. She said, I know Lizette tweets us all the time. Love you, girl. Did you see that Cameron was from NYU and Brandon was looking at Juilliard?
Oh.
Which I didn't put that together, but
I didn't
you
either.
did. Look at that. Quick to the draw, Lizette.
All right.
I like
so
it.
then that was her. Like now we know where she wants to go.
Yeah. Oh, and also we made a mistake last episode. We said that Callie was a junior. They're both seniors.
Seniors, right? Senior projects.
we
the
mess
person
that up
tweeted us
every
that.
time.
It's
just,
okay.
We
Guys,
just, we're
I forgive
forgetful.
you. I forgive you.
It's crazy
Forgiveness.
though. Like it's been 4 seasons and like only a year has passed.
That's why it confuses me.
Yeah.
It's really hard for
I
me
know,
to
because
keep
I was
up with.
thinking back, like, was that the only summer that we saw during Idlewild?
But like they're in San Diego, it's like sunny all year round.
It's so
It's
hard.
true.
What grade are Mariana and Jesus in?
I think we're
Sophomores, yeah.
You're like, shoot, don't
I'm like,
remember.
yeah, I just
Right.
turned 16. So
Oh, you're
that's what I'm
right.
thinking.
Let me just remember, out of all the tweets that we got, I'm pretty sure they're sophomores. It was a barrage after last week's show. But we appreciate it.
In the words of
because we
Miley
need to know-
Cyrus, everybody makes mistakes.
You're right.
It's
Everybody
okay.
has those days. And we did last Tuesday.
I'm glad that Lena
Was
voiced
that
the
lyrics, by the way?
concerns.
Okay,
Yes.
because I don't know.
It's alright.
I was like, oh, that was really smart.
As Jillian and I are Jewish, so as the Jewish mothers on the panel, Lena voiced the concerns of us, saying, "Don't ride that motorcycle; you will die. You will break every limb."
I love
Oh my God, who's the organ donor?
Right.
Beautiful.
So
See,
funny.
I
agree.
I loved Lena this episode because she took the bad cop role. I thought.
You are correct.
Lena.
Steph took the back seat, and Lena was all about the discipline, the talk, the attitude. I was loving it because, again, I love when we get to see all the different sides of the moms because their characters are complex. You know, it's very easy for somebody that hasn't seen the episodes to sort of just like label them as something, you know, oh, she's the soft one, she's the hard one. But when we see stuff
Yeah.
like this, it's like, yes, like I loved everything that Lena had to say this episode.
That's a great point. I
Right.
labeled them too when the show first started, and they're both butch, they're both femme, they're like everything. It's amazing.
I wouldn't call it labeling, but I do think that Lena might be a little bit more emotional. So that's why I was excited to see her that way as well, because, you know, someone who's emotional is going to have those reactions and you're going to want to discipline because you're so scared of, like, for the sake of your children.
And we have to talk about the scene where Callie said, "Well, aren't you thinking about like taking back my adoption?"
That was really sad.
Well, I liked the fact that even Callie, you know, spoke back. That she got mad. She's like, excuse me? Like, don't take that tone with us. I feel like they need to get comfortable that way. And I get
Yeah.
it. I know that Callie had to say that. I'm just saying I'm happy that that happened and they didn't just, like, brush it away and answer her.
I
Like,
get
first
so-
of all, calm down. And then second of all, what are you talking about?
I
Talk
get
to
so
us.
happy when I just melt every single time that they do that. Oh, love.
My love.
Yeah.
Right, Teri? Every time she does, she goes,
Every
my love, right? That's her thing, or love, right?
It's so cute.
I love it.
And when they get him, and it's so important too, because that part made me cry a little bit, because I cry every episode, but just because I was happy to have them both go and sit next to her and let her know, like, look, don't you ever think that this is gonna be a reversed
And I mean, we
production.
talked about PTSD from like the school shooting, but there's also PTSD from being in so many foster families growing up that did not turn out well. And so you could see that now that she took us on the tour of like the homes she's been through, but also like the fact that she didn't trust that this family is a forever family, and that she's dreaming about them like sending her back into the foster care system.
It was like
So
heartbreaking.
scary. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's taken a while to like adjust.
So we're talking about the reversal a lot on the show, but also on Twitter. Brittany Love said, we got a Callie and Lena scene and more Jude and Steph scenes, which they've been loving. The sort of everyone gets a scene with both of the moms, which is really great. And also, apparently, everyone's saying that you're a junior and not a sophomore.
Oh. That's definitely something I should know.
Which, like, I feel like we need a memo.
Oh my god, wait, you're totally right. I'm like thinking back, I'm like, I definitely have lines where I say like junior year.
Oh my god.
Most important.
Guys.
Okay, let's see, get that.
If you mess up, though, then we get to mess up, so thank you, actually.
All good.
And we're
Perfect.
just really
Great.
into the life of it, you know? We're just
Exactly.
living it.
Just don't tell anyone, guys.
Next week, we're going to say she's a freshman. It doesn't matter. Don't worry.
Let's roll tape and we'll take it all back. We'll go back to next week.
So, Nathan, I'm going to butcher your last name, Lelouch, tweeted, isn't it complicated for Cierra to play a 16-year-old when she's 21? So is it?
Not really. I mean, everyone thinks I'm like 15 already. But I don't know. I think that like, you know, I too kind of am like growing and finding myself, and I've kind of grown up on camera as well with Mariana. So I don't know. Maybe I'm like 16 at heart.
How old were you when you
Oh,
started?
yeah.
I was 17 when I did the
Oh,
pilot.
wow. Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
So it's crazy.
That's awesome.
That is.
Way back when.
Way back when.
Is it fun to like get to do some like redos as like this cool ballsy high school girl?
Definitely.
I wasn't like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I would even like stand up at that assembly and be like, you know what, girl,
Yeah.
sit down.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I wish I could.
Also, thank God you have a character that looks amazing always. Her
Oh,
wardrobe.
thank you. Right? I was getting some like major Cher vibes this episode.
It was clueless.
I
to a T.
loved it.
It was
Yes.
great.
Sweater.
I was walking around like set all day, just being like, as if.
Flat skirt, the minute you start, like, they did a
Right
full
when she
shot of you, I
walked
was like,
in, I was
yes.
like, in the kitchen. From the second, that was the first one. I was like, oh my god, it's so cute.
I loved it.
Super share vibes. I
my
want to go
God.
shopping right now.
Maybe you can. I love before we move off the moms, I loved the brief scene we had with Steph and Lena in bed together. Just their quiet moments together are so like
They're everything.
I love
They
them. Just they're the best couple.
They're just so, like, comfortable, and the way they play off of each other, like, which is how relationships should be, but they capture it so well with them on camera.
They're also just such
wonderful.
like an attractive, hot couple. You
Well,
know?
yes.
Just they look so good together. Ever since Teri Polo's gotten that haircut, I'm like,
I know.
damn
Oh my
girl.
gosh,
She
she's
works
like a
it.
little Tinkerbell.
Yes, exactly.
With a gun.
Yeah, right? But
It's it's like funny
Tinkerbell
because
would have a gun. Remember that girl? She was a feisty one.
well, we went to go see the Bradley's show on Friday in Hollywood.
Brilliant.
And
Amazing.
Teri was there, and the entire time, you know, like when you just like want to go up and be like, "Hi, I love you," but she just is so like beaming and gorgeous. I was just like, I'm gonna stand from afar and admire. I'm just gonna be like, "Hi."
I just wanted her to
Hi,
say,
Mom,
hi,
how
my
are
love.
you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, can you just say hi, my love, to me?
Hello, my love.
Also, Maia Mitchell was there, and Callie, the character, is very pretty, but Maia Mitchell in life is just
stunning.
like a knockout. You're like, oh God.
Yeah.
I do have to say
tall and
though,
stunning.
from watching, there was like a lot of fans there, and watching both Maya and you interact with them was like the best because you all are so sweet and you like
you.
made so many nights. Like you could just see, it was just like, I don't know. It's really nice when your expectation of someone meets the reality of who they are, and it's so rare nowadays, and you girls are just such good girls, and you can
I
just
love
tell
that.
that.
Thank
So anybody out there, they're great. They really are.
Thank you, Julia.
You're welcome. It's just like
so nice.
Like I just meet a lot of people like from working in LA and in the industry, and it's like some people just like suck, and it's like
I hate that.
You know, it's like
ruins it.
You know, you have your faves, and it's really nice when everyone's nice because you are. You know, I'm just smiling. You just want the same reaction.
Like a good cast.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who are nice.
Yeah.
Courtney?
Oh.
Oh.
Just kidding.
No.
Not there yet.
You ruined my dovetail. Let's dive into Courtney.
Okay.
I have something to say.
No.
Oh,
I feel like
wait,
you're
we
about to have a
should-
change of heart, and I'm concerned.
We should
You're
tell
not,
Sierra the Courtney history that we have.
Okay. We only have 20 minutes left. I'm going to take 15. Sit back, Sierra.
Let me take a little sip of water for this. Sip the tea.
Just to catch you up, I know that all of our viewers are possibly over me ranting about her. I think that she, I just like you getting comfortable. I think that she's a horrible fit for our brother Brandon. I think that he doesn't know what he
Our
wants.
brother Brandon, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what he wants either.
And I think that she's taking advantage of somebody who's being very nice to her. Although this current, and I think she's the devil.
She doesn't have a bob haircut. She's okay.
We called her Lord Voldemort, honestly. She is bad news bears. So I will update my statement,
Okay.
my affidavit, and say that I think that she is one of the smartest people on the show.
In a manipulative way? Yes.
She has
I would
a
agree
free
with that.
place to stay. She has child daycare from
Yeah,
2 men now.
You're right.
Right?
It's not great.
She's getting everything
And
she
she's like-
wants.
She has, like, can kick anybody out of the house at the same time. Like, when she kicked out her baby daddy, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? He still takes care of your child sometimes. Can you just kick him out?
Also,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's his
be
son,
that mean
though.
to him?
That's his son. It was just really weird because
It
if
was a
I
weird
was,
interaction.
excuse me, if I was the dad, I'd be like, first of all, you have nothing to do with my child,
Right?
So you better calm down a little
Well,
bit.
no, they share custody.
Yeah.
No, my
Yeah.
point. No, but when Brandon was like, "No, you're not," and get out, I'm saying like, you, like Courtney can tell me, "No, I'm not." You don't have to say
Oh,
anything.
you don't want this
Yeah.
14-year-old boy I'm sleeping
What-
with
what
to
is-
stick up for me?
That's what I'm saying. Like, jeez Louise. Like, I was so surprised that scene went down the way that it did.
I did too. I was like, what?
Everything about Courtney is surprising. I want to see the convo where Brandon says, "Yo, babe,
Yeah.
I'm moving in," and she says, "I play out cool."
All right.
I'm
You're not gonna
writing
find
for this
that. I
next
know.
season. I'm writing.
I love it. I'm like, I'm so into
Like,
it.
how did that go? Where she was like, "I think this is a great idea. You can sleep on my air mattress in the living room also with the brown bed skirt."
She is taking advantage of it. I think that she's just someone who's in a bad place and she's attracted by this kid who's like trying to step up and
Kid.
But the
is
thing
taking
that's
it.
making
Yeah,
me
exactly.
the most upset is that Brandon is in high school. He has these dreams in front of him,
Yeah.
and he's changing his normal schedule in order to help her out. And it's like, if you really want to get into this school and you need to practice, then you need to go and practice. And if it's going to be best suited for you to be at home where there's a piano and you have access to it all the time, then that's where you need to be. And it's like, I can see Steph feeling crushed. She was so excited when he was there because she thought that he had moved back in. And that was sort of the worst part, when they were having fun and interacting, and then she realized that he was just using it. And for Courtney not to feel some sort of responsibility towards the hindrance of his dreams. That sucks. I can't, like, he's an 18-year-old kid. He has his whole future ahead of him. He has a bright future ahead of him.
But
He had
you know
it
what? But
because
Courtney's also only 21. No
Yeah.
offense, but like you said, you're still changing and
Oh,
growing,
yeah.
and, right? Okay,
Yeah.
when I was 21, oh my God, I didn't know anything.
And then throw a kid into that.
Throw a kid into that, but also throw a kid into that when you're 21 and you're sad and you just want to feel like, you know what, maybe I'm the exception. Maybe I'm worth staying from New York and we can build something. You know what I'm saying? She's probably trying to be hopeful herself. It just sucks that Brandon got caught up in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, I will never behave like that when I turn 21, but like, I just think that you talk about him ruining his dreams of being a piano player, but also didn't he give his college
Exactly.
money to
With
her?
what money
for
is he gonna
rent?
go? Right.
So like, Juilliard's an expensive school.
He's self-sabotaging himself.
And you know what
it's
I'm curious about? What is her dream?
Well, I think
Girl,
hers went out
her
the
dream-
window. She
yeah.
got a
No,
baby.
She's gotta
because
take
there
care
are
of her
plenty
kid.
of young mothers that I know that have pursued successful careers.
Yeah.
They have
Of course.
followed their dreams. There's plenty of success stories that we've heard about, especially in the entertainment industry. But have we learned what her dream is yet? I'm asking you guys.
I think right now she's
No, but
trying
you
to
getting
get.
that defensive right now.
Yeah,
But I'm like, it's funny that, you know, we're like focusing on Brandon's dream, but also there's this girl who we crap on a lot on this show, but it's like, what's her dream too? Because she has to have one.
Well,
surfing.
I think right now it's like being able to pay bills and then you figure out your dreams.
Right.
They're just at two different places, and I'm waiting for those characters to realize that. Which, once they do, will actually be a nice moment for their relationship, and then I think maybe we can like Courtney again. It's them like recognizing that they are at two different places in life.
But
and
you do
can't-
not let your loved ones like give you their money for college
No.
to
Yeah.
help you like get a 2-bedroom.
And do the moms know yet that he gave away that money?
No.
That's gonna be a big
Oh
blow
my
up.
god.
Sierra, does anything we say sound unjustified?
No, I really don't think so.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
No, I agree. Like it is kind of a little bit selfish to like I don't know.
Like, no, it's super
Like,
selfish.
Yeah, you're right. He has a very bright future ahead of him, and like he's giving you his college money. Like, girl.
And now he doesn't have, which I thought was
that's
the
not
funniest
his job.
The
what I'm
funniest
saying.
part
She's
of
just,
the
like, just
entire
sad.
thing is that like she's like his mom now driving him around, dropping
yes.
him off at the minivan, like, hey, bye, have a good day at school.
Yeah,
like
so
I was like,
embarrassing.
oh, what is this? What are we watching?
It just sucks because she's only looking out for herself. She just doesn't want to be alone.
Okay, we need to talk about something good.
Okay.
Let's give a round of applause for our girl Taylor.
Yes,
Love
my
it.
favorite.
I said
Yes,
Taylor
queen,
is everything.
yes.
I literally heard Taylor is everything.
Taylor saved the day,
Why
honey.
are you so wise?
Also, right when I think that she might be trying to convert him to like Christianity,
That's what I
which
thought,
would be
too.
okay, although not the motives, she's trying to like just bring him into this group that is Christian, but also has like accepting of gay people.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I don't even think she had any intentions. It just happened. She just she's like, oh, well, I have this kid in my youth group.
Yeah.
I don't think the religion had anything to do with it. It also doesn't, it's never negative. It's always
Right.
beneficial to have just something like that, but
She's so
it's-
observant.
She is, and it was so sweet. She was like, hey, why don't you, and she's not like the her girl, with her friend with the curly
Daria.
hair. She's still not hurt. She wasn't stupid and was like, oh, Jude's not gay and he likes me. He's like, no, let me help you figure things out,
I mean,
and I'd
she
love
even
to
said, she
introduce
was
you to
like,
someone.
I knew you liked Connor before you
Yeah,
did. Like,
yeah.
she is very observant.
She is.
She's the friend that all of us need. I need. All of us need.
I need a Taylor. I need a Taylor.
Also, they were singing. There was a disco ball. Noah, the guy's name was Noah, the pastor, and he's the pastor's son.
Yeah, I need to know about that relationship too. I want to meet the dad.
It's the mama, isn't it? Didn't
Oh,
they
the
say
mom. Sorry, I want to meet the mom.
The mom. Do you know if we ever see the pastor mom?
She
Yep.
knows.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Yes, Sierra's smiling.
Wait, her finger, she said.
I'm like, you might.
Oh my, who do you think will play her?
Oh my god, I
I
hope
don't
so.
know. Let's IMDb it.
It's fine. Just wait 2 seconds and Twitter will tell me. It's cool.
Oh my god,
that's
I
gonna be
hope it's
exciting.
some like.
And that youth pastor, the youth group guy, the minister, what is it? The one that was taking care of
Oh,
the
he was
kids?
adorable.
Oh, he was so cute, and he had a really good voice.
He did.
I believe
Yeah,
someone
they were
said he is
jamming.
fire.
Just like, okay.
I think you're smitten. I can't find his name written down. Oh, last thing I want to note about Noah.
Yeah.
I think it's just really important that we say how good his hair is.
Yeah, he's-
Wow.
Nice
Good
thick
job,
hair.
Noah.
He reminds me of McDreamy. You're right.
I'm glad
Nice
I
full
put
head
that
of hair.
down. Yeah.
His hair, that's what you wrote down. Oh, great.
I mean, just like as again the Jews, I was like, is this what church is like? Like, I don't know.
Well, no, that's what I was going to ask you guys because I've never been to youth group. So I'm like, is it like that? You sing songs and yeah?
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Even
didn't.
though-
I used to go as friends, but I feel bad because I didn't. When I was a kid, I went just to have fun. Like, because I was Catholic though, so I went to like church, and then my other friends would be like, "Come to youth group." I'm like, "What is this?" When they would just like sing and play games, but I get
yeah.
it because it's a much easier way of, showing kids.
That sounds amazing.
You know what I'm saying, like a religious side.
It just would have been so easy for this show to make Christianity the villain, and to like rag on Jude and maybe like tie him to a cross or something. And I'm kidding, they would never do that. But it would have been really easy just to like make Christianity look really horrible based on like the worst parts of it.
Right.
And like for then this show who has two lesbian moms as like the matriarchs of the family to show a positive side of Christianity. Because like the loudest voices on the news are often like the 1% of Christianity that doesn't accept gays.
Right.
Or maybe a larger percentage, but still like they're the fanatics. And it would have been so easy to put that on TV. TV.
Right, and I really respect that Steph was like, you know what, I want you to make your own decision.
Yeah.
Like, I may not have had a good,
experience
with the church, but we're not going to stand in the way with that. Like, you need to make your own decisions, and I really loved that.
So Maddie, she's me_Omaya. She said, "What's your ship name for Judah and Noah?" Joa, Judah, Nude, Juno. I've heard Nude a few times.
I like Nude.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Are we gonna stick with Nude?
Yes.
Really?
They're too young to say
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
Judah.
But it makes it
Judah,
funny because
Judah.
they're kind of like a Christian thing. So
Yeah.
I get when I say nude.
Well, listen. They're like going Joa or Nude. I don't know. I feel like we need to give it a week. Maybe I'll put a poll on my Twitter. You guys can let us know what you think.
That's
I
a good
like
idea.
Joa.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to think of it because clearly it's happening.
Judah makes the most sense, though.
Yeah, Judah.
Yeah.
I have to say, though,
Judah.
just because there are 2 gay men in a room of 30 people and they're the only 2 gay people does not mean they will fall in love.
But
That's actually what did bother me about the situation. I was like, Taylor, clever, but at the same time...
but that's not how she said it. She just
said a friend. She said, I don't know, or just a friend. Like, she's kind of there with us where it's like, Jude obviously would like more friends. She said, I saw you reach out to Connor, so I just thought that maybe I could help you fill that void, whatever that void is.
Okay, I'll allow it. That's a great point.
yes.
I saved myself.
You did.
Okay, to Jillian's point, one of the most valuable things that Jude could have in his life right now is a friend. And if it's a gay
understands.
friend, it'd be huge.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen
Of
that.
course.
I'll sign
Really.
off.
And it's better because he doesn't. I think he needs to have more like gay kids his age that aren't romantic with him, so they can actually discuss things and communicate with
very
each
nice.
other, and support each other, have their own little support group, if you will.
Yeah.
I know. God bless Taylor. Literally, God bless from youth group. Okay, on the subject of kids and relationships,
Yeah.
in the words of Ash on Twitter at Judacorn,
Okay.
do these kids take sex ed? Do we see what Emma and Jesus are doing?
Okay, so somebody just said on Twitter, I feel like I lost the tweet, but they said that they transitioned from the youth group to car sex, which they thought was like hilarious, which I'm also in hindsight being like, that is hilarious.
Yeah, that is really funny.
But we always talk about them bringing up really valid points for the show. So they've talked about teen pregnancy, but they have not talked about STIs. And now we talk about it, and we have 2 teens getting tested. And I feel like it's really like there's this stigma that you have to be shy about it. And like, oh my God. But they just went and did it, and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Emma is a new woman.
I love it.
Is, and I love that.
Like her and Mariana together too. Like I love that
yes.
duo.
What
Like they're both
happened
like
to
some
you?
strong
You guys
women.
got together and you were like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna do this.
Emma books Powerpuff
awesome.
Girls and just becomes this hot shot.
Yeah. Right.
like literally a superhero.
Oh my God.
No, I love it because they're both the perfect representation of beauty and intelligence, and then intelligence and like she doesn't have to have only beauty; she can be athletic and everything else.
Beauty and
awesome.
grace.
And
She's
grace, yeah.
Miss United States.
She sure is.
I think I loved how that Noah or Jesus was a little. All these biblical names.
I know.
I know, right? I know. Jesus Cristo, what?
Jesus was like, yeah, I want to like be friends with benefits. Sure, like a little bit disappointed though. And then when she said exclusively friends and benefits with just you, he was like so flattered.
Cheesing,
know.
just cheesing so hard.
She just doesn't want the title. She's just like afraid.
Yeah. And she's
Listen, I
trying
get
to,
that life.
but sometimes the title kind of complicates things, so it might make it a little bit easier for them to just enjoy their company. However, I have to say, I loved it when Jesus talked to his little friend, and he said yes.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
So
if I
funny.
listened to that
I
to
was
me, I'd be
so
like, wait,
embarrassed.
what?
I'm embarrassed for
The
him.
little friend is not a character on the show.
Yes, he is. Jesus Jr. Actually, Chewy, because that's what in the Latino world, Jesuses are called Chewy, so.
What? Oh my god. Chewy.
I think he needs
That's a
some
thing now.
Jesus time. Remember that?
Yeah,
He needs
remember?
some Jesus time.
They've talked so much about Jesus and his thing, like throughout all the Fosters.
Oh my god, that was
never even
Lexi's favorite
realized.
time.
It was.
Do you have a favorite girlfriend of Jesus? Don't say Haley.
Oh my no. Honestly, I have to say Emma.
Yeah.
She's great. They're a good match.
Yeah.
Oh
And she like brought out the best in him too. Like she inspired him.
Yeah, that's a great
I
point.
feel like she also really understood him too, so I appreciate that because she like knows him. I feel like Jesus was a little bit misunderstood, and I'm like, oh no, babe, it's okay.
I also, yeah.
But I kind of actually want to know what's making Emma not want to be a thing with him. Like there has to be a backstory to that.
She has an issue. I think she wasn't ready to have sex because I think she's overcompensating by
but
doing it too
remember,
much.
Like, the Haley. It was
Yeah.
kind of
was,
that
the whole
too.
thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened, and
She's been hurt before. How much time do you have? I can explain the exact situation.
I know, right?
We have 30 more minutes.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're.
we only have 10. Sorry.
No one say anything. Mariana is officially single.
Ish.
Kind of.
Ish.
It's
Mariana
complicated.
is officially single-ish. Are you saying ish for Nick?
For Matt.
For Matt.
for Matt.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
They kissed, Jeff. We talked about this.
I don't know.
But it
It's
was
just
a
like,
goodbye kiss in my mind. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think it's a very complicated time in her life, and I think, I personally think that she doesn't need anybody right now. She needs to work on herself. But who knows with Mariana? That's all I gotta say.
Because Miss Thang be pulling all of them, so we'll see.
Was Matt the one that took you to the Latino fair?
Yes.
It was.
That was such a
That's
sweet
why
gesture.
I love him. God, Mariana's I love them. I love them.
So the fans are freaking out because we really need to just talk about Bradley and then we could wrap things up.
Oh.
Okay, you get
Bradley
to start it
time.
off. Do you support Bradley?
Oh, I have from the get-go.
Oh, yes!
And I always
Knew
will.
it.
Yes!
Knew it when she walked in the room.
Okay, Sarah. Okay, so we learned this episode that Brandon wanted to move in with Courtney because he's like a young teenager with a libido, but also he wanted to do this as the grand gesture to Callie to protect her and keep her in the Foster's Addams family.
Yeah.
How do we think Brandon will be able to resolve that to move back in?
Something bad's gonna happen. I mean, Brandon literally is a character who learns from his mistakes, which is a good thing and a bad thing because it falls into experience and it's gonna help him grow as a person. But unfortunately, I think that something's gonna happen with Mason's father and him, and he's just gonna realize, like his mom says, just because you're 18, it doesn't mean that you're an adult, you know. So
He's going to get a reality
he's
check.
gonna get a reality check, and it sucks because I do see what he's doing for Bradley or for
Courtney.
But yes, for Bradley.
For Voldemort.
oh my god, for Callie, for Cameron.
So many names.
for what he's doing for her, but at the same time he's just like, I think he's scared too, and it makes him really uncomfortable to be at the house. And
I am scared.
yeah,
And the big thing is, none of them have processed any of this. Callie had talked about it in this episode a little bit. That's why she was so worried, because the moms really wanted to put it on the back burner because they didn't know what to say. She needed a response, and I feel like there is yet again a little bit of a resolution because they're obviously not going to undo her adoption, but it's still out there. And, we haven't really talked about the Justina thing and all the stuff that happened with Lost and Found and how everyone in the school knows. So I feel like it's still going to be this looming thing. So it's obviously going to be affecting the both of them.
Wow. I mean, there's quite a few things looming too. With the fact that Lena let a sex offender on the campus near
right.
Mariana and children, that's
yeah.
going to come to play. We have 5 minutes left, so I just want to transition to not Mariana, but Cierra.
Yes.
And your album.
EP.
Yes, my EP.
Excuse me. Are you, oh my God. I like Vanity.
You do? Thank you.
That was the duet.
Yes, I love that one.
there's two fangirls that Abby and Laura, they keep telling me, they're like, have you listened to it? And they'll send me songs just so I can talk about it. And she
Really?
sings to me your songs and everything, like,
Oh my
loves
god,
it.
I love that.
So shout out to them.
Also, I'm all about a female rapper. And Faded, Honey C.
Honey C.
Honey.
Right?
So are you in the studio still? Or is that like an EP done? You're doing an album?
I really, that's the next step, is to work on an album. I know it's pretty
my
exciting,
word.
but yeah, this was really fun to put out. It was kind of a long time in the making. It was like over a year, and Faded was the first one. Like right away, I heard it. I was like, okay, this needs to be the single. And then Vanity was the last one. I was like,
was
okay,
it?
I need this on the EP. I mean, it was just a great process, and I'm really happy that it's finally out. And it's weird because, I mean, singing on the show, I mean, even though it's what got me into acting, not a lot of people know that I am a singer. So it was really cool to kind of transition from that because, people that weren't aware knew now because of the show.
Oh, I think people knew. There was a video floating around that we were tweeted at the Apollo
Oh, yeah.
of baby Sarah singing.
Sierra. Sorry. I have a question. So is there any word of you possibly collaborating with anyone?
I don't know. I mean, that's what the whole beauty of, creating this next album is. no one's really set in stone right now, but I do have like a few ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking long term, Demi Lovato started out on a TV show, made an album, world tour.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
After the Fosters ends, hopefully at like season 20 or 21. Like, are you ever gonna like pick and choose between acting and singing, or are they able to like happen simultaneously?
I mean, in a dream world, I would love for both of them to happen that way. I mean, singing was my first love, and people always ask me all the time, like, well, what do you like more? And I really can't choose that because, I mean, I love being able to become someone else when I'm acting. Like, I'm stepping into someone else's shoes. And then when I'm singing, I feel like that's really, truly me. So, I don't know. How can you choose between that?
There's passion. Yeah, there's passion in both, so that's great.
Yeah.
A couple people are asking if you have any plans to perform live.
Most definitely. I'm kind of in talks with maybe like a tour sometime at the end of the summer.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Nothing's like set in stone either for that. So
Are you officially on hiatus right now?
I am.
Oh, so it'd be soon.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Well, now that you're 21, are you interested in maybe like doing little private shows around here in LA?
Yeah, definitely. I actually do sing sometimes. The W does jazz night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my
I sing
gosh,
there
that's
sometimes.
great.
Yeah, I love it because I mean I grew up on soulful music, so
Oh, amazing.
that's where my heart is.
Oh my
What
God.
about anything in Spanish? Selena didn't speak Spanish.
Yeah, you're right. And she's from Houston too.
That's right.
I have to like get on that mindset. I
Right?
definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Oh my god, that is so exciting. And then Mariana had the dance moves from the dance team. You could
Oh my gosh, yeah, right?
Put it all
Bring
Kind of
that
together.
transformed into a dancer.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Chris Downey.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Chris.
Yeah,
we
he's
do.
great.
We do. So if you haven't heard Sierra's music, you can find it on iTunes, right?
Yes.
I saw it on the New Music Friday playlist on Spotify, which is where I saw it, and then I made my whole office listen to the entire EP, which
I
is
didn't
also
know
on
that
Spotify.
it was on that playlist. That's
It was
awesome.
like the
That's
week that it
big.
came out. And I was like, oh my God, I know her. Like, it was so great. So anyway, we played it all in the office. It was awesome. But yeah, you guys need to listen to it. It's great.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, so good to see you. Thank you for joining us
Of course.
again.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Of course. Where can everybody find you on social media?
I am at Cierra Ramirez on Instagram and Twitter. And then it's Sierra Mist with 6 T's for my Snapchat.
Ooh. I need to follow you on Snapchat.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh my god. What about you girls?
You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi and on Instagram at the Stephanie Giorgi.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jillian Leff, and you can check my Twitter after the show because I'm going to post predictions since we didn't do those.
Oh my word.
I guess I'll do that too. Y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hotshot Dude.
I have no predictions, so it's fine. Just kidding. I'm not throwing shade. I'm Jeffrey Masters. I'm Chief from Jeff Masters 1 et al. Guys, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.